never guess what I got on GoPro.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah! I'm over it. It's time for a change. Well, it's been a long run, but I'm finally done. I'm fed up, and we have a new action camera that we're gonna be using and testing on the channel. And huge shout out to DJI for sponsoring this video. They sent out not one, but two Osmo Action 4s and a DJI Mic 2 that we'll be talking about in the next video. So I actually do have experience with these cameras. I had the Osmo Action 2 years ago, and the quality just wasn't up to par, and I ended up going back to the GoPro. But let me tell you, man, the amount of times that I've lost footage using GoPros, I don't even have enough fingers to count it. I would go out and film a whole motovlog, talk to myself for hours, get back, and nothing. The audio would just not be there. And the big issue comes when you hook the mic adapter up to the GoPro. I don't know what the deal is, why they can't get the software settings right. It just doesn't work sometimes. You'll have to do these weird sequences to make sure that the input is actually receiving audio. And at the end of the day, it was just always too much to deal with. So that's a big reason why I phased out some of the motovlogs. It just was not fun to do, and I put so much time and effort into these fun adventures, then get back and I can't even use the video. So sponsorship aside, I planned on trying out the Action 4. This is the setup that my buddy over at Urbex Cross has been using, and I've loved the way that his videos looked. But let me tell you right now, I am absolutely blown away, not only with the quality, the rock solid reliability that I've encountered so far. It has been great. So what you're looking at right here is the adventure combo. Pretty fitting for Adventure Daily. This is everything that's included. You have this selfie stick, telescoping. Look how long that thing is. I don't even know if it's in the whole frame, but it is long. It's quality. It's got a 1/4-20 thread on the bottom, so you can use it with different tripod adapters. And this is what I used on the Honda trip actually to get a lot of the footage that was facing me. Of course, we have the Osmo Action 4 itself. This is what it looks like. I have them labeled number 1 and number 2. I'll talk about that in the next video. But overall, the aesthetic is really sleek. I like the design, I like the feel. Just enough texture on the outside to get some grip. All right, so DJI wanted me to talk about the specs. And if you know me, I'm not a huge specs guy because a lot of that stuff doesn't matter. What matters is what you're seeing on the other end. After the video is uploaded, after it gets compressed 3,000 times, what are you actually seeing? And I've used the hell out of this camera the past few weeks, and the video quality is outstanding. What I'm actually seeing when the videos are posted is unbelievable. The sky is beautiful. We have 10-bit color now, so the contrast, just everything looks superb. Let's also talk about the white balance. So the auto white balance on this is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. The way it's able to adjust color on the fly, everything looks good. In the past, with the GoPro, you'd go from a shadow to a hot spot, which this is a perfect example. We're walking in and out of the trees here. It would be all over the place with the exposure, and you would just get some really crappy looking colors too. With this, it doesn't matter where you go, where you're at, you're gonna get a solid image. And I feel like for the average consumer, that's all that matters. People don't wanna be in manual white balance and sharpness, yada, yada, yada. People just wanna hit the button and get outstanding video. And I feel like that's what you're able to do. Booty vision. Wow, look at that Jimmy Neutron shit. Now we have an upgraded 1 by 1.3 inch sensor. We are deep into a shadow right now, and the low light on this camera is absolutely phenomenal. We'll get some shots later in the evening, and for the low light scenarios, this camera is clutch. If you're out filming a night ride too, I'm really looking forward to that. We've done some night rides in the past and they're barely usable, but now it's gonna be a completely different level.
Wow, my forehead looks fucking huge.
Damn! Damn, shawty! Let me see that head on ya.
Really?
The interface is just very user-friendly. Nothing to get you confused, just all the essentials, everything you need to get dialed in and make some great content. The Adventure Combo comes with 3 batteries and a case, which also has a pass-through for the USB-C, so you can use it as a power bank. So that's a cool feature. Now let's talk about the mounting system. It's got the standard little tongs on the bottom here for all of your previous existing action camera mounts. But the DJI system is magnetic, so you can actually just clip this onto the bottom of the camera. Easy as that, and you're good to go. So if you have a lot of different accessories, I have one of these on the selfie stick. You can just pop this off, pop the DJI on there, and it just snaps in. You don't even have to line it up because the magnet is what lines it up, and then it has 2 little tangs on here and it snaps in. So it's not just a magnet, you have mechanical latches on each side. So it's solid, it's not going anywhere. Now, if you want a super minimalist setup, you can use this as is, but for a little bit of added protection, they have this bumper case. So it just slides in through the front there. And what that also allows you to do is mount it in the vertical position. So it has the mount on the bottom there, and you can set it up in a vertical orientation. So if you're shooting for socials, I use this for Instagram all the time now. Super handy. I can literally do it while riding. I can just snap this off, boom, snap it back on, go back to horizontal for YouTube, and it's allowed me to get some really cool content hassle-free. They were just thinking really far ahead with this. But yeah, you get 2 of these magnetic mounts in the kit, 2 thumb screws, the charging case, the Osmo Action 4, and yeah, that's everything that you get in the Adventure Combo. All right guys, so all of the beginning shots were in linear mode, so it doesn't have that warped fisheye effect, and I like to film with that off of the bike. But we're on a bike now, we're gonna get some action shots riding, and this is what the ultra wide angle looks like. And this gives you a 155-degree point of view, which is one of the widest in the lineup. And I think for riding footage, it offers the best perspective because you can see the entire bars, the entire cockpit, and just more of what's going on the bike. So we have a little turn track right here. Super sandy. I'm not the best in the sand, but it's a lot of fun. I have so much fun on this thing on single track. But throughout this video, I only use the standard Rocksteady mode. Rocksteady Plus crops in a little bit more, and I find that it's just not necessary.
I knew that was gonna happen.
What'd you do?
I'm just not gonna make it over this huge rock.
Gas it. There you go. What are you doing in the weeds there? Toes in. Oh, okay, feet off. Well, I think this review was pretty straightforward. Nothing fabricated. We went out into the real world and used an action camera how most would use an action camera. The only thing I will say is the audio of this video was recorded with the DJI Mic 2. So I'll go ahead and cut the DJI Mic off to show you what the raw audio sounds like. So this is what the raw audio sounds like. At low speed, it's probably not gonna be too bad. I think it does a good job now of cutting out the excess noise and just focusing on my voice. Whoa! Riding single track with one hand is a little difficult. But yeah, this is what the audio sounds like fresh out of the Osmo Action 4. Woo! Not even bad, not even bad. Also, this entire video was done on one battery. The battery life just blows me away with this camera, and especially for motovlogging when you want to go out and not mess with changing batteries while you're riding. You know, everybody hates that if you're that guy in the group that always has to stop to change out the battery. 160 minutes you can get out of a single battery. And they claim 150 minutes in colder temperatures. I haven't tested that out yet, but regardless, pretty insane. So I know I've talked about the fact that I'm using the DJI Mic 2, but I should mention that the Osmo Action 4 has Bluetooth capability, so you can connect directly to the DJI Mic 2. And what that allows you to do is get some really clean audio, and that's actually what I do in my motovlogging setup. Is I attach the DJI Mic 2 inside my helmet, and with the wind muff I turn down the gain to like -10. I'll have a full video on this coming soon, so we're gonna have a part 2, which is gonna be more focused on my helmet setup and just going out doing a motovlog and just showing how seamless this system is. But if you can hear it in my voice, I am stoked to have a reliable setup like this that allows me to go out and get some spectacular shots and not have to worry about hardware malfunctions. I will have links to everything I'm using down in the description below. Be sure to use my affiliate link for DJI. This is definitely going to be an ongoing relationship, and I encourage you strongly to check this camera out. If you're fed up with GoPros or you're on the fence, try the Osmo Action 4. I can promise you it will be solid. Also, another amazing feature that'll save you in a pinch is the pre-recording feature. So if you have that on and you hit the record button, it'll record the previous 60 seconds. So even if you're not rolling, you can catch something that happens. The amount of times that I haven't had my camera on, when something crazy goes down, you just completely lose out on that. So with that feature, you're never gonna miss a moment. Now, I haven't tested that out yet. We'll definitely do it in the next video. I'm not sure if that has an excessive battery drain or how that actually works, but we'll be sure to try that out in the motovlog, so stay tuned for part 2. But yeah, this is the beautiful single track that we have out here. This is my definition of heaven right here. Well, you guys, that's gonna wrap up my review of the DJI Action 4. I've had a blast using this camera. I've used it thoroughly before I even made this video to make sure everything was solid, and man, is it solid. It is rock steady. I love using this. Big thanks to DJI for sponsoring this video, but even if that relationship did not happen, I would still be making the same video because this thing is awesome. I think the footage I was able to get without trying very hard speaks for itself. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. We still got a little bit of daylight left, so I'm gonna enjoy some more single track. But until the next video, always remember to live free and adventure daily.